Hello and welcome. We're diving into the top stories for August 28th, 2025. And what a day it's been. The markets took a serious hit, but at the very same time, a massive opportunity opened up from the east. It's a real story of economic push and pull, so let's get right into it. So let's start with a number that had everyone's attention this morning, minus 700. A big red flashing number. That's how far the Sensex plunged. And of course, the big question on everyone's mind was, why? What on earth caused such a steep drop?
Well, the answer, it turns out, came from all the way across the Pacific. And believe me, it was a big one.
This is the headline that really sent shockwaves through the markets. Former U.S. President Donald Trump just imposed a whopping 50% tariff on Indian imports. Now, a move like that, it's not just about prices going up. It's the kind of thing that can throw supply chains into chaos and just shatter investor confidence. And that's pretty much exactly what we saw happen today.
And the fallout? It was immediate. The Sensex, the index that tracks 30 of our biggest companies, tumbled by 700 points. At the same time, the Nifty 50 dropped below 24,550. And for traders, that's a huge psychological barrier. It's just a stark reminder of how tied our markets are to what happens on the global stage.
Okay, so while that storm was brewing over in the West, a completely different story was taking shape in the East. A much more positive one, I should add.
And this is where it gets interesting, because timing is everything, right? This isn't all happening in a vacuum. As we speak, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a really important tour of Asia, precisely to build stronger economic and strategic ties. And guess what? That tour is already paying off. Big time. And when I say paying off, I mean it. Japan just pledged an incredible $68 billion in investment for India. Just think about that number for a second. It's a really powerful counter-narrative to the bad news coming out of the US. So let's just put these two stories side by side for a moment, because it really tells you everything you need to know about today. On one hand, you've got America with a 50% tariff, a sudden shock that hit the markets hard. On the other hand, you have Japan with a $68 billion investment, and not just for today, but a whole 10-year plan. It's like a perfect snapshot of the two major economic forces India is dealing with right now. But it wasn't all about the money today, not by a long shot. There were also some really significant diplomatic moves happening in the background, all about strengthening India's key relationships across the globe. And this is India being proactive, actively working to hit the reset button to make a fresh start with two really important partners. It definitely signals a shift in foreign policy. So, what are we talking about? First up, a huge breakthrough with Canada. Relations have been, let's say, a bit frosty for a while, but now they're officially being restored with new high commissioners. Think of them as top-tier ambassadors being appointed on both sides. That's a big deal. And then, building on that amazing investment news, the partnership with Japan is getting even stronger, going beyond just money and into defense cooperation. Okay, so you hear this phrase, upgraded defense cooperation, and you might wonder, what does that actually mean? Well, we're not just talking about photo ops and handshakes here. This is the real deal. It means things like joint military exercises and, crucially, sharing strategic technology. This is a serious upgrade to the alliance between India and Japan. All right, let's shift gears. We've talked high-stakes economics, high-stakes diplomacy. Now, let's turn to the home front for a completely different kind of high-stakes battle.
Yep, you guessed it. We're swapping the global strategy chessboard for the cricket pitch because a huge part of the Indian sporting calendar is officially back.
The wait is over. The Indian domestic cricket season has officially kicked off today. All the rivalries, all the drama, everything that fans have been waiting for all year, it's here. And it all starts with the Duleep Trophy, one of the most prestigious tournaments in the country. This is where you see the absolute best regional talent going head-to-head. The first ball was bowled today, August 28th, and it all wraps up with the big final on September 15th. So, there you have it. What a whirlwind of a day. A huge economic challenge from one side of the world met with an incredible opportunity from the other. You've got major diplomatic moves, and to top it all off, the return of cricket. It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? With this challenge on one side and this massive opportunity on the other, what's India's next move going to be?